Hey guys, what's up? Coach Dave here. We're back with another episode of the Weekly Fix. So last week I told you we were going to talk about some stability things we can do for the hip. We're actually going to move on. We'll cover that on a later episode. I have a bunch of people coming to me with elbow pain and some wrist pain, mainly because we've been in that front rack position. But you got to think, when we put that wrist on stretch into those overhead positions or even those front rack positions, we have to grip that barbell and then we're pushing out. And also, you know, if we're doing this on the bar, when we're doing toes to bar or pull-ups, this little joint here can get kind of beat up. It can affect if we're super tight in the forearm. You'll start to feel that in the elbows as well. And then it actually affects a little bit in the shoulders. So if the shoulder's tight and that's not moving right, that can go downstream, causing a pinch in the elbow, okay? And then it can also radiate through into that wrist. But if your wrist isn't flexible, a test that I was telling Coach Rachel to do is hold your arm straight out. You're going to splay your fingers straight out, and you can tell when you close the fingers and open if they're moving. You can see there's a little bit of a delay in my pinky when I close it, so that tells me there's a little bit of a restriction down here. So we're going to teach you how to mash it out and then also wrap yourself with voodoo. So I'm going to put the camera over here. First one we're going to do is just a lacrosse ball. So we're just going to take a double ball, put it on that forearm, and just start working that entire area, almost like you're sawing on that ball. When you find those sore spots, make sure you do some circles up and down, so you're kind of freeing up that whole area, okay? I'd spend about 2 minutes working those sore areas out, and then you're going to move on to the voodoo floss. So a couple of you guys have shown you this before, so if you're going to do it yourself, just pinch it with your thumb there, and then from there, you wrap it. Okay, and we're gonna go for like 50% stretch, 60 or so at the most. You don't need to make this super tight, but you're going over that wrist joint. And then we'll move the camera, I'll show you what to do next. So we want to try to pin down all those muscles in the forearm, from the wrist all the way up to the elbow. Okay, and then just tuck it in at the end. Now from there, if you're super tender, you could just, work it right away, kind of work that forearm as is to stretch it out. But an even better one is to use a band to create some distraction. So I'll show you how we do this. You're gonna want a thick band. Green one preferably. Put it at the low on the rig, and then you want to get the band right on that joint where that, if you were to bend your wrist, the band's going to go right in there. From there, I'm going to pin it down into the ground, and then you're just going to move it around, okay? Move it through some range of motion. Band's probably going to move around on you. Just pin it down, trying to keep the palm of your hand down flat on the ground, and just move and hunt for those sore areas, okay? Like when I go forward into this part, I actually feel it part up in my shoulder pinching. So obviously I have a little bit of a restriction there, and I can use some time here to spend in that wrist. So work your wrists, guys. It's gonna free up some of that elbow. It's gonna get rid of that, some tendonitis and carpal tunnel that you're dealing with in your wrists, especially from all the stuff we do, overuse injuries. So make sure you take care of yourself, okay? We spend a lot of time beating our bodies up. We don't spend enough time on mobility. So if you guys have any questions or need me to show you how to do this, hit me up. You know where to find me. Talk to you guys later.